Hello, friends. So today's topic is what are the options available after SSC, right? And this is a very like everyone have to answer this question at least once in their life, right? What are the options available? Whether I choose my career or I go the path the way it takes me. So it's something. For example. When you reach the college years, right, and there you have to make an actual choice instead of just sharing a dream, right? And whenever we have to choose a career, it's a really, really tough decision because we don't know, right? What are our interests, how my path should go, and so on. So let's see. Whenever we are choosing a career, right, and these are the four important points you have to take into consideration. For example, like what is your interest and what is your natural talent, right? Because, for example, if you like to read the books, love the books, right, and you need to express your creativity through words and language, right, then might be you cannot choose kind of an accountant job, which might be boring for you, right? So, for example, something like which always interest of your choice, right, and which is something kind of a creativity where you can explore your interest, creativity, and things so on, right? Second point is something to your abilities. So, for example, you have to take in consideration how much you are willing to learn, right? Because, for example, you get faint when you see some blood, right? So, becoming a doctor may not be the best choice for you, right? For example, if you're not loving the mathematics or you're struggling with kind of a basic calculation or basic addition or subtraction, then you might not consider account or finance that might inspire you or that might give your choice of interest, right? So that depends on your abilities. You have to check out what are your strength, what are your weakness, and then accordingly you should take a career path, right? Third point comes your values, lifestyle, and attitude. So, for example, your values, what they say to you, where you want to live it, right? How much time you want to give to your family and the leisure pursuit, or what's your purpose of the life? And then only you can decide how much time you have to devote to your personal thing or professional things, and then you can balance it out. And your attitude also plays an important role in terms of, for example, if you think that yes, I love my work and this is the correct path I'm giving it, so that positive attitude amongst the working can result kind of giving the high level of achievements. And you need to be kind of a self-motivated person, or you need some trigger point, right? You have to determine your attitude, and then only you can actually succeed in your career. For example, sometimes it happens, right? Some people can are able to adapt the high level of stress, high level of pressure, but some people are happy with the low level of stress or something like that. So they don't care about much about the money. They are happy with what they are getting and so on. So it all depends what kind of things you want, and also kind of a passion, right? So what's your passion? Because if the passion in your career is matching, then you can excel in your career. So find your passion level of your career to determine how successful you want to be in your life. So here are maybe certain questions which you should ask yourself before choosing a career, right? What are my priorities? What are my my interests, whether it's my family, my quality of the life, or the level of standard of the life which I'm living, or education, or gaining the knowledge, or also something what interests me, kind of a social issues, or involving into social issues, involving into creative perseverance and something like that. What are your skills, right? You every person has a different skill, right? So you have to determine what are your strengths, what are your skills, what lifestyles you want to live it, what motivates you, what's a long term plan for choosing a career. So all that questions will help you in selecting a correct fill or correct stones. So on high level, if you see after 10, there are certain options available. So this I categorize into four categories, like whether like you can opt for science, commerce, arts, or humanities. So if you want to go into engineering, or you want to become a medical, like you want to become a doctor or you want to become a dentist, then you have to select the science. So if you are keen to know about more about accounts or kind of laws and everything, you can select a commerce or arts. So if you're selecting a commerce, then you can become a CA, CS, CFA, BMS, or like if the BCom, BSc, or BA is kind of a graduation options available after you're selecting science, commerce, or arts. And if you're selecting a arts, then you can go for kind of a journalism options, or you can do graduation in the mass communications, in law, and etc. And if you're going with humanities, so you can become like, you can go inside, you can go in sociology, psychology, or hotel management, and so on. So these are the four categories in terms of what I have to select after 10th, right? If I feel that I have to become an engineer, that means I have to select a science. If I know that I have to become a CA, or I want to build a career in CFA or CS, then commerce will be the perfect stream for me. So accordingly, you can select a particular stream and build your career. And once you know that I have to become an engineer, right? So here are the common entrance exam which you have to appear for getting an admission in engineering school or engineering colleges. So JEE is one of the entrance exam. Then there are in JEE there are main and advanced entrance exam. CET is also there, which is at the state level. So, for example, if I need to get an admission in Engineering College of the Maharashtra, then Maharashtra CET is an option. Then there are BIS Pilani, so they also take their entrance exam. Then there is a AMU CET, which is specific to Aligarh seat exams, and which is having around 365 seats. Then there is a AMU CT, as I mentioned, Aligarh. Amrita CT is also there, which is specific to Tamil Nadu. Then we have IST Kerala, where also we have approximately 156 seats, and which is specific to you can appear for that. MU OET Manipal, it is also for the BTech, and there is an online test available somewhere from April to May. So this all are the entrance exam of engineering which you have to appear if you want to build a career in engineering. And here top engineering colleges in Mumbai. So we have IIT, which is known as Indian Institute of Technology. Then we have ICT, which is Institute of the Chemical Technology. VTI is also one of the best college in Mumbai, which is Veer Mata Jijabai Technology Institute. Then we have NITIE, which is National Institute of Industrial Engineering. Then we have SPCE, which is Sardar Patel College of Engineering. The next is Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology. Then Vivekanand Education Society Institute of Technology. Don Bosco Institute of Technology is also there. Then we have Thakur College of Engineering and Technology. We do have Atharva College. We have Usha Mittal Institute of Technology. So here I just listed the top 10 engineering college. The ranking might be up and down. That we have to say. But yes, IIT, NIT, ICT, VJTI is kind of the top engineering colleges in Mumbai. So if you want to become a CA, so that means you have to select a stream as commerce. And what are the steps which you have to form as you have to register with the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Then there is a foundation course of around 8 months, which you have to complete it. And then there is executive program of 1 year, where you have where you pursue the additional qualification. Then again, 1 year to get a professional course to get a specialization. This is related to CS. Now let's see what we have to do if I have to become a CA. So for CA and CS is something similar, where we have a separate institute where we have to register. So for CA, you have to register for foundation course, then for intermediate, and for you have to enroll for an articleship, and then there is a finals which you have to appear. For law also, as I mentioned, if you're selecting a arts, there is a career in the law. For law, you have to appear into CLIT, which is a common law admission test, all India law entrance interest test, law school admission test, and there are certain other entrance exams too related to law. Top colleges for the law. So we have National Law University, Uttaranchal University, Symbiosis Law University, Symbiosis Law School, ICFI University, ILS Law College, University of Delhi, and there are many others too. Also, there is a career in hotel management too. As I mentioned, if you go for humanities, so for the hotel management, there are certain colleges which provide you the hotel management courses after 10th standard. So after 10th standard, or there is an option to also after 12th standard. So it's your choice whether you have to opt for after 10th or after 12th. So you can apply for hotel management courses also. So it varies from 3 years to 5 years. Then it's regular, like there are certain practical sessions, certain kind of, you have to actually gain an experience also. So they do kind of articleships and everything. So this is related to hotel management. So yeah, this is all about the brief overview, what options we can select it. So as we saw on the high level, its first choice is to select whether to science, commerce, or arts. And then based upon that particular stream, we have many other options. Apart from this, there are plenty of options available, but as I mentioned, this is kind of the high level overview, what students can opt off. And let me know if you are looking for a specific career option or specific stream mode information, then just let us know, then we will provide you more information around that. So yeah, thanks for watching us. Thank you, Folgar Patapado. Thank you.